I tried Ursula K Le Guin writing routine, and what happened next changed the way I think about the novel I'm working on right now. And you find out why. Ursula K Le Guin was an American writer, an American fantasy and sci-fi writer of acclaimed novels like Earthsea, The Left Hand of Darkness, The Dispossessed, The Lave of Heaven. She also wrote a wonderful books for writers called Steering the Craft that I use in my personal writing practice, but also when I teach writing. Le Guin was also a mother, and it truly impacted her writing routine. Hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Aude, a writer and filmmaker. I've written novels, short films, and short stories over the years in French and English. But what was Ursula K Le Guin writing routine? It was fairly simple. It starts at 5:30 in the morning, where she wakes up and lie there and think. At 6:15, she has breakfast and loads of it. At 7:15, she gets to work, writing. At noon, she gets some lunch. Between 1 to 3 p.m., she reads and listens to music. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. is her time for correspondence, maybe house cleaning. After 8 p.m., she says, I tend to be very stupid, but we won't talk about that. Sounds like a great writing routine. I started with breakfast. Thankfully, just like K Le Guin, I am a big breakfast person. I literally cannot function unless I'm having breakfast. Waking up at 5 was tough, but a lot of the writing routine I've tried before involves waking up early. One thing I really liked with Ursula K Le Guin 1 is that you just lie there, which means that you can go back to sleep and then wake up again. After that, I got to work. So, at the moment, I'm currently working on a sci-fi speculative fiction novel, and I'm also working on a TV spec script, a sci-fi one. And because Ursula K Le Guin wrote so much sci-fi and fantasy, it felt really apt to work on these projects following her writing routine. My new novel explores the unraveling of a childhood friendship between two black women set during one single day where an astronomical event appears. The novel explores the unraveling of a childhood friendship, the impact of war-related family trauma, of the way the patriarchy molds young black women, convincing them to lose themselves and to center men in all ways at the risk of failing to get a hold of themselves. So I did write because I was awake so early. I somehow had a lot of time in the morning to work on my novel. After that, it was noon and it was time for lunch. I won't lie, I did get some snack before. For lunch, I was craving plantain, as I always do. So I made Marry Me soup. But because I didn't have any sweet potato, I decided to swap the sweet potato for plantain, which was, in retrospect, a genius idea. So it was really a great lunch, a way for me to really reward myself for spending so much time writing, because Le Guin's writing routine is very much one that is perfect if you freelance, if you are a writer that makes a living from writing, or if you have a partner that helps. It's also great if you are a parent that really can afford to take time to write, or can afford to, write in the morning. So this is my Marry Me soup. it was really, really good. I really enjoy Le Guin's work. I feel sad that I have not discovered her work before, because it would have made such a difference as a kid that loved writing and reading so much. I love that she explores subjects and topics that are still relevant to us, related to gender, related to discrimination, to disability. And really, she's one of my all-time favorite writers. So doing that routine was special for me. After lunch, it was time for me to read and listen to music. I did find that one very hard because I always listen to music, but I just don't sit around and listen to music. I listen to music when I do other things, when I, when I walk, or when I cook, or, when I have a shower. And then I sat down to read. And I usually actually read after noon. I try to not spend too much time in front of the screens. So I will literally read after lunch for like an hour. And I'm reading Marie Kondo's autobiography, La Vie sans fin, which is amazing. I absolutely recommend it. But nonetheless, spending 2 hours just reading and listening to music felt like I wasn't productive. And this is a sign of our times, because Le Guin, her writing routine was not necessarily a writing routine that you can apply in the 2020s, where people feel like they have to be productive 24/7. So I know that after that, I was supposed to just read, but I'm going to be honest, I literally just started writing again because it felt weird to just spend time, reading and listening to music. And this is definitely a personal problem. Of course, I could have just accepted that it is okay to only write in the morning, but I feel like I'm spending my whole day writing, so I have to write. After that, at 3 or 5 p.m., I was meant to do some correspondence, maybe house cleaning. I hate cleaning my house. I always clean it after loads of procrastination on Sunday mornings, and I was not about to do that. I did write I have a pen pal, so I wrote a letter for her. And then after that, at 8 p.m., Le Guin says that she tends to be very stupid, but we won't talk about it. I do not tend to be very stupid. I tend to just cook dinner. So I did cook dinner. And that was pretty much the end of, the day. In retrospect, one of the most important things I have learned with that writing routine was that I need to take more time doing nothing or doing very passive activities, because it really feeds into my imagination. And I'm very thankful for Le Guin for teaching me that. This is a writing routine that works best if you're freelance, but I feel like if you need inspiration or if you feel stuck, taking the time to not do much, to be bored, is perfect. So I would recommend it. Have you tried her writing routine? If you're writing speculative fiction and you haven't read Le Guin yet, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you which books of hers you should read. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe to my channel for more writing and filmmaking related videos. If you want to support my small business and my work, look at my website as well as my books available in most online stores.